Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could strum through Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley. And it starts out with a cool little vocal opening where you could play second on the A, and then second on the D, and then fourth fret on the D string. It's kind of your vocal lead. And I'll have a... So you may want to kind of play around with that if you need something to kind of reference your voice to. And then from there, then we go to an E major chord. When we play E major, first finger goes to the G string on the first fret, second finger on the A string, second fret, and third finger on the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And on our intro chorus, actually, we kind of start off on the E major twice, and then we go to a B7 chord. When we play B7, first finger goes to the D on the first fret, second finger on the A string, second fret, third finger on the G string, second fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the second fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, then that sounds a B7 chord, and it sounds really nasty, and it's kind of supposed to. And then we do some more B7, and then we go back to our E major chord, and then we do another E major chord. But then we kind of go to an E major chord, but then we go to an E7 chord. Now, when we play E7, you just lift off the third finger from the E major. Or you could even take the pinky and kind of add it in on the B string on the third fret. We wanted to have a little bit more bite. And then from the E, or E7, we're going to be going to an A major chord. When we play A major, first finger goes to the D on the second fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, and the third finger on the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the A major chord, we go into an F sharp major chord. And if you know the bar F sharp major, we'll talk about an easy way to play this too. You do your first finger across the entire second fret, second finger on the G string third fret, third finger on the A string fourth fret, and the pinky on the D string on the fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like F sharp major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you also might want to lift off the pinky and kind of make that an F sharp 7 chord. Not 7, it's kind of nasty. Or an easy substitute for that would be doing first finger on the B string second fret, second finger on the G string third fret, and the third finger on the D string fourth fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that's another way you can play your F sharp 7. And then from the F sharp 7, we go to B7, and then we kind of do a big hit on the very last B7. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we're going to do that a lot to get used to it. And if we try that through our intro chorus, we have E major, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, up, B7, down, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, B7, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, F sharp, down, down, F sharp, down, down, B7, down, down, B7. And then from there, then we go into kind of our main verse chorus form. Although, another feel that I would play around with is a country feel. And this is a little weird, but on your E chord, a lot of times what a bass player does in country music is plays what's called the root of the chord and the fifth of the chord. So on the E chord, you'd have E, F, G, A, B. A B note is kind of what we call the fifth of the chord. So you could start with the low E string for kind of the root of the chord, and then do a down up, and then go to the A string for your fifth, and then do another down up. So you'd have E with a low E bass, down up, A bass, down up, E with a low E bass, down up, A bass, down up, and then when you get to your B7, you can kind of take your second finger to kind of move from the A string second fret to the low E string on the second fret, and kind of get that fifth note that can kind of happen. And then you have the E major again with the E string, A string, and then on the E7, when we get to it, actually you can do that same bass as the E, kind of low E and then the A string, and then on the A string you have the A string to the E string for your root, down, up, fifth, down, and then on the F sharp bar you have the low E string for the root, and the A string for the fifth. Or if you're using the other F sharp, you may want to take your third finger and kind of move from the D string fourth fret to the A string fourth fret, and then on the B7 you'd be kind of going back to that move from the A string second to the low E string second. start that intro chorus that way, we'd have you with a low E bass, down, up, A bass, the low E bass, A bass, and then B7 with an A bass, you with a low E second, B7, and more B7 with an A bass, low E bass, B7 with an A bass, move with a low E bass, and then back to the E major with low E bass, A bass, move with low E bass, A bass, and then E major with low E bass, A bass, E7 with low E bass, A bass, A with an A bass, low E bass, A with an A bass, low E bass, F sharp with low E bass, A bass, low E bass, A bass, E7 with an A bass, low E bass, kind of B7 hit. Although on the E chords and the B7 chords, we'll have this cool little walk on that, where it kind of goes from the open A to first fret on the A to second on the A. So if you wanted to kind of sneak that in on your E chords, you could do kind of a bass down, up, fifth, and then over 1, 2, open E, fifth, over 1, 2, and then on the B7 you could kind of do that same lick on the A string. So kind of doing a bass down, a bass, and down, and then throwing it that way. Play around with that. So we got the E, fifth, fifth, 1, 2, A string, B7, 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 E. So that might be kind of a cool way to kind of play around and throw it in. Now you also hear a couple other cool licks on that too. And on the A chord, there's kind of this cool little walk, kind of to get to the F sharp, where you play the open A, and then fourth fret on the low E string, and then third fret on the low E string to kind of walk into the F sharp. So on that A chord, you have kind of the bass down, up, A, 4, 3, 2, to kind of lead into the F sharp. So we might kind of play around with kind of working some bass note leading too. That might be kind of a cool thing. And then from there, we go into our main verse chorus. And this kind of mixes up a lot of the things we're talking about. So we tried that with our bass down, up, down, up. We'd have you with low E bass, you with low E bass, B7 with an A 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 bass, E with low E bass, E with low E bass, E with low E bass, E7 with we tried that with kind of that country feel, we'd have you low E bass, A bass, you low E bass, A bass, E7 A bass, low E bass, A bass, low E bass, E7 A bass, low E bass, E7 A bass, E major low E bass, E low E bass, E low E bass, E7, A with an A bass, F sharp with low E bass. From there we go into kind of a little solo part, but it really kind of matches that same verse form, except for the very, very end on that last E chord, there's kind of a halving on the E major and the A major, and then we do our E major fret at the very end for kind of our outro. So that's a little weird on that part. If you wanted to throw basses, then you just do a bass down up on the E, bass down up on the A, and then the E with the bass down, down. Or there's this cool little lick there on that last E where you can play open E, and then first fret on the A string as kind of a hammer on to second fret, and then open E. Let's see, open E, 1, 2, I keep on wanting to do the open A, but E, 1, 2. So I'm gonna kind of play around with that too. So we tried our verse that way, and what you may want to do is kind of find a way that works for you, and then kind of run with the tune that way. E and then B7. the basics of how you could strum through Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley. So good luck!